This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron from 10 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Roethlisberger looking to throw. It's caught. And it's 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Completion here to Claypool. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They run with Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. 2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up third down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to third down and making a play there.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Tyson Alualu in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Boswell's kick is good. They get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. On third down, here's Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Roethlisberger. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, 26 yards, and the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 2. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with the Steelers Steelers finding the end zone. McLeod now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Harris evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 28. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he finds his target, Ebron. And down inside the 15 he goes. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And goal, Roethlisberger.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that will be incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. The Steelers send out their punter now. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Roethlisberger will stay out there. And they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Roethlisberger on the draw. It's Harris.
Down right around the 25. Stephon. The one that got him down.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. And that's good for a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And it's now 13-8. So to get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now back to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Ben's throw hauled in by Washington.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving. I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range.
Here's Ben.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now Roethlisberger.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I think they knew that that one was going to be a long shot, but in the end, it's looking like they're going to come up short.
And it's tough to really hang too much blame on your kicker here either. That would have been well above and beyond his range, and this will go down as a tough loss. They played well enough to win.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Roethlisberger.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Roethlisberger to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Claypool. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. McLeod now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.